Listen, if you're a part of Polar Tensor or you're thinking about joining, you need to freeze and watch this video immediately. You see, Behind MLM just officially issued out a warning that puts them on the same page as BG Wealth Sharing. We've seen this over and over again, but you need to position yourself so that way you don't take a total L. Now, I know some people don't care. They just want to make sure they get in first and make sure they in profit, but not worry about the people who followed them or came directly through them or came direct or indirectly through them as well. Some people don't care. They just like, hey, I got to get mine. You get yours. But I really want you to understand what's going on so you can be in a better position, because there is a better solution to this that puts you in control, you in power, not having to worry on some false trades and having your money locked into a system that they can control and turn off at will. Plus, a lot of the money that's being issued out is coming from people's deposits. So it's being funded by people's deposit, so it seems. So I really want you to pay attention to what's going on, and then we're going to talk about solutions on the back end. So here we go again. Polar Tensor securities fraud warning from Canada. Polar Tensor has received a securities fraud warning from Quebec's, finance, AMF, basically. Specific entry named as AMF warnings are, and it's different variations of the Polar Tensor name. Then it says some of the above domains are not active yet and are assumed to be dormant backups in the event more domain suspensions, happen. And then it goes on to say that on June 3rd, basically, polartensors.com domain was seized, and this prompted Polar Tensor to switch the domain to polar-tensor.io, registered the same day that the .com was seized. Polar Tensor regained control of the domain on June 5th, and, basically the .com domain is unclear. Now, this is what you got to pay attention to. It says Polar Tensor is deceiving consumers with respect to its regulatory status in Canada. Polar Tensor is not registered to offer securities anywhere in Canada. The scheme continues to solicit investment illegally. Now, I'm not saying I 100% agree with anything that Behind MLM drops, because I've seen them talk about companies that were reputable. But this looks a lot like what was going on with BG that was ignored by many of us. And as a result, a lot of us lost money. So if you're involved, then you need to position yourself to develop the skill set to know how to get money out of the market so you become the asset. And I'm going to show you some things that I really want you to strongly consider that can help you, as it's helping many others as well. It then went on to say, as evidenced by prior and ongoing fraud warnings, Polar Tensor is not registered to offer securities in Canada. Polar Tensor is not registered to offer securities in any jurisdiction and continues to illegally solicit investment globally. Polar Tensor is an AI trading by rules MLM crypto Ponzi. The scam is fronted by Felix Bick, sometimes played as an actor or sometimes represented as an AI generated avatar. Now I don't know about him being an AI generated avatar. I do see videos and things that, people actually have met him, but that doesn't validate or solidify the company any more or less to me. That's just my perspective. I've been wrong I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. And it talks a little bit about Felix Big, and then it talks about another individual who's been promoting it as well. But what I want you to do as an individual is just take care of you, regardless of who these individuals are or who they say they are, who they portray to be, who the leadership is that brought you in, who told you that this was one of the ones, this was the one. You got to take care of you, because I promise you the ones who are, on the front end are taking care of them. So you got to take care of you. And that's what I want to show you. You want to understand how to get money out of the market. It's the reason why you're interested in this. You feel like the AI bots were actually getting money out of the market and helping you grow your account on a daily basis. Is it? Maybe. Is it not? That's very well likely as well. But what I do know is that if you learn the skill of trading, getting money out of the market strategically, and have a system, then you can position yourself to be the asset. And all I'm showing you is a 4-metric system that's showing you when to buy, when to sell, when to take profits, when to have your stop loss position. And I feel that if you can count to 4 and you know your colors, you can do this. Let's take a look at it. This is what you'll learn more about. But you want to know how to spot an A plus setup. Once you spot an A plus setup, this positions you to have an 80% probability of being profitable and you hitting your initial take profits. That's the success rate, and there's ways that you could possibly, even increase that. But what you got to understand is that nothing is 100% win rate. So when something is saying that it's 100% or you're making money every single day, that's not factual. That's not how it works. So you will lose some trades. That's why I said 80% success rate. And what you're looking for is 4 things to align, and that determines if you buy or sell. On the buy side, you want to look for the 4 metrics: green buy signal, green bullish bias, green trend bar, green power line. Once those things are intact, you can hit buy, and then you're just looking to see if it's going to hit your take profits or if you will have to choose to tap out and, take a stop loss. Either way, you at least had a strategy in order to know when to buy and or sell. On the sell side, you're looking for a red sell signal, a bearish bias, red trend bar, and a green power line. And I'm going to show you what it looks like on the chart in real time so you can see if this is something that you can do for yourself. And if you want access to the tool that positions you to know when to buy, when to sell, and position you to be profitable so you can learn how to fish for yourself and not depend on someone else to feed you, and also give them that same ability to starve you, is a link available below. But let's tap into the chart so you can see what an A plus setup looks like and how to execute when you see it. All right, so let's take a look at the chart and discover what an A plus setup looks like in real time. Now, we're trading MNQ, which is a mini NASDAQ. You don't have to worry about any of that, but it positions you to benefit off of the movement that NASDAQ has without putting too much of your money at risk. I'll just say it like that. Now, what we're going to do is typically we trade with 1 contract, but the more contracts you trade with, the more profit potential you have. But also it can position you to lose as well. So that's important to know. Now, I'm going to just show you the possibilities of what can happen with this. Now, this is no guarantee. This is not financial advice, but let's just say we're using 3 contracts in this example. Now, I rewound it because this is a trade that happened earlier, but it was a A plus setup. And, it's countless A plus setups that I've shared and will continue to share that positions you to see that it can work. Now, will it always work 100% of the time? Of course not. But the probability is extremely high. Now, it is going to play back faster than the typical market. However, you'll get the point. So let's go ahead and hit play. We're on the 2-minute chart. So each bar represents 2-minute time frame. Now, a couple of things I want to point out. Right now, the daily bias is bearish. That means that you're looking for a sell signal to show up in a time where it's a daily bias being bearish. If it was bullish, you'll be looking for a buy signal to show up. Those are 2 of the metrics. The other metrics exist down in this section here. You want those things to match the daily bias. Right now, it's not matching at all. You got green trend, you got the green power bar, but the daily bias are red and bearish. So that doesn't match, so it's not an A plus setup. In that case, you would just be patient and keep looking and see what comes from it. So let's continue to see how it plays out. Again, it's moving faster than typical, but you get the point. Each bar represents 2 minutes. So it's going down, going up, daily bias bearish. We're starting to get some red trend down here. So that's a sign of potential matching. And then boom, just like that, we got a confirmed sell signal. We got the red confirmed sell signal. All right, now let's see if this is an A plus setup. We got a sell signal. Check. That's metric number 1. Sell needs to match with the daily bias, so it would need to be bearish. So we have a bearish daily bias. Check number 2. We got red trending down here, meaning that it's trending in a downward direction now. Check number 3. And we got green momentum. Green momentum just basically means that it's money coming into the market, which can likely push it in the direction of your preference at the time. So in this case, it all lines up. Now, I also want you to pay attention to the lines that popped up. The yellow line represents a good entry based on this sell confirmation that popped up. The first line here represents the take profit. This is basically presetting when will be a good take profit based on this sell signal. Has a take profit 2 as well as a take profit 3. The highest probability comes from a take profit 1. It's more likely to hit take profit 1, obviously, than 2 and 3. Does it mean it can't hit 2 and 3? Absolutely not. Just more likely because it's closer, simply put. And then right here, this red line, you'll see a little SL that stands for stop loss. It's basically saying you want to consider stopping your losses here so you don't overtrade. So you don't lose money if it doesn't go in your favor. So let's go ahead and place that sell, hit play, and just kind of see the opportunity that exists. Again, this is not financial advice, no guarantee, just showing you what is possible when you have a system that paints the picture for you. It's just 1 or 2 bars in and it's up $57, $93. The potential is here. And each bar represents 2 minutes. So that would have been about 8 minutes and $100 in profit. Okay, it got chopped back down because everything doesn't go in the same direction only. It goes up and down. So you're going to see some fluctuation down to $1.50. So you got to have the stomach, the ability to be able to be patient even when things seem to be fluctuating if you believe in the trade. If you believe in the trade based on it being an A+ setup, sit back and see if it hits that TP1. Or if you see a number that you like right here and you're like, nah, I want to cash out right here, you can do that as well. Just giving you an example. Now, this is with 3 contracts. If it wasn't 3 contracts, then the number would be different. It would be less of a profit. But you get the point. I just want to paint a picture of the possibilities because, as you can see, it's heading in the direction of that TP1. And at the point of it hitting the TP1 will be over $200. All from observing and recognizing the A+ setup and then just letting the system do what it does. Now, this ended up turning gray for certain time frames, but the initial sales signal initiated a green bar with some trending momentum. That's pretty powerful. Now, as you can see, it has already hit the take profit 1 and on the verge of hitting the take profit 2. This will be a good time to exit if you so choose, depending on, what your goal is at the time. We entered the trade around here, and let's just say we entered around there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and then it's about 28. So in under 30 minutes, because each bar represents 2 minutes, because that's the time frame that we're under, in under 30 minutes with 3 contracts, person is up 500 points. Now, it's depending on what you're trading and how you trade, that could be even more or less. It just varies. But the main thing is having a way to know when to hit buy, when to hit sell. Once you have a system like that, it puts you in a position to get money out of the market without having to rely or depend on entities that may not have your best interests at heart. If you want access to the system or the tool below, you know what to do. So do what you know. Link down below. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.